Okay, let's keep going with our Wednesday wrangle with Liz Storer here on the desk with me and Joe Hildebrand. I want to go to Washington and talk about how the whole dynamic there is changing. Now, we all know AOC, the favourite lefty of the Democrats. She's always been very big on pronouns, and she used to have pronouns on her Twitter handles, she, her and all that. Going back a year or so, they disappeared and she had to apologise for it. Have a look.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. They used to be on there. Let me go in and check and see if I can add them. Sorry about that. They used to be there. I guess they fell off, but I'll put them on right now.
Yeah, the pronouns were very important. Now, the wise people...
That's why the Democrats won the last election, by the way.
Well, she's now dropped them off again, apparently. They're all getting rid of their pronouns there. They think there's a reaction against the whole pronouns thing, especially from Hispanic voters and the like, many of whom are Catholic.
That's right.
And have a look at this Republican, Steve Daines, a Republican senator turning up for duty. Listen to the way he kicks off his presser.
Hi, I'm Steve Daines. My pronouns are Republican majority. I have a simple message for Chuck Schumer and for Bob Casey. It's over.
Yeah, my pronouns are Republican majority. A bit of triumphalism there. Is it silly or...
Well, it's deserved, but it looks like it's going to be short-lived. Upon the arrival of the midterms, the Republicans will very likely lose the House. So this short honeymoon period where they've obviously got the presidency, they've won the Senate, they've got the majority in the House, they're going to have to make hay while the sun shines, because come the midterms, that heyday is going to be over.
I love the fun and games, but I think this triumphalism leads to pain in the end.
I love the spectacle of it, but I think they are, as my point of view, obviously, is the Democrats need to get their act together, and Labor here needs to watch very carefully what happens when you go down that elitist, woke,
pronoun path,
tertiary educated lefty vote and ignore conventional, traditional workers who have economic needs that dwarf any of that identity politics stuff, and also who often are migrants and therefore come from a background of traditional values. And again, it's good to see the Democrats are learning that lesson. Nate Silver said straight after the election that there were serious, that the Democrats finally were actually discovering just how noxious the MSNBC and CNN,
and their ratings reflect that. They've
crowd are to
plummeted.
Ordinary working people. And again, banging on about pronouns when people do not have enough food on the table is, working people see that as a direct insult to them. It's not that they're anti-trans people. It's not that they oppose it. They probably don't even think about it one way or the other.
Yeah.
They just say, I'm going through this and you're talking about that.
It's sanctimonious, it's the wrong priorities,
right.
it's everything. But I want to show you another aspect of this, which plays into really serious issues globally, and I love this. This is the new Republican Senate Majority Leader, John Thune. Have a look at this.
So to our allies in Israel and to the Jewish people around the world, my message to you is this: reinforcements are on the way. Senate Republicans reclaim the majority in 6 weeks, and when we do, we will make clear that the United States Congress stands squarely in Israel's corner, and we will help the Trump-Vance administration defend Israel and promote peace in the region.
Yeah, that's great stuff. Now, America has not been as pathetic as Australia on Israel, but the Democrats have been pretty weak, and that's going to be a welcome message in Israel.
Yeah, and look, again, let's not forget, the reason October 7 happened is because of the success of the Abraham Accords, and Israel was about to restore friendly relations or forge friendly relations with Saudi Arabia. First time that has ever happened in the history of either two countries. And that was negotiated by Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law. Very Trumpian, get the family involved, face-to-face stuff.
A lot of nepotism.
But it really worked.
It worked in that case.
And I can say, having been there, that before October 7, Israel was just rapt about it. They felt finally no longer in fear of their existence. That is what provoked October 7. Hamas did not want to see that.
Well, Iran didn't want to see that.
And Iran didn't want to see it either. And there was a report just a few days ago that Iran was actually holding off its latest barrage of missiles against Israel to see if it could strike some sort of deal with Trump or to see what Trump would do. And again, it's that kind of Trumpian sort of madman diplomacy, where suddenly this is not someone they think is a known quantity. This is not, they think they can, bomb Israel or whatever, and that they can sort of pretty much guess what Biden's reaction will be. Biden will order restraint on, or urge restraint on Israel's part, etc., etc. Whereas Trump will just say, go and wipe them out if you want. We'll help you.
Peace through strength. Let me just go quickly to the president, Liz, and get your thoughts on this. Joe Biden's still mooching around the place. He's just been to Peru and Brazil for APEC and the G20, like Albo. The journos followed him around for a few days. They never got to ask him a question. So listen how they yell out to him as he departs.
As a gift to the press, will you please talk to us? Mr. President, President Biden, please, we haven't heard from you all trip. Mr. President!
I got the trip away with the president. I never, ever got to ask him a question.
At least he's not wandering off into the rainforest.
If that wasn't official footage, I would have sworn that someone had just done this really hilarious,
That's the real deal.
voiceover.
That's the
But look,
cool.
this guy's tapped out. It's his 82nd birthday today, by the way.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Grandpa. He's completely tapped out. This is probably one of his last big official visits. Last night on the Late Debate, we showed a video of them all getting together, all the world leaders at this big summit, taking their big group photo, and then someone turned around after they were disbanding and said,
Joe,
"Where's
where's
Biden?"
Joe? He's
He
still trying
literally
to, he's
missed
trying
the
to
group
walk through
photo.
the sand off the beach.
Although he is old, but just so you know, as a special treat for his birthday, Jill is going to let him stay up till 4:30 p.m.
Great stuff. Thanks for joining us, Joe.
Always a pleasure.
And Liz will be back at 10 o'clock for the Late Debate.